I consume roughly 35 whole eggs almost every week, with minor exceptions depending on the intensity and the volume of my workouts, but definitely based on the daily variable protein requirement. Typically, I eat eggs for breakfast, and when I don't, I go vegetarian, so to say. So why am I doing this? Is it healthy? Am I functional? Is there any risk? What about my health status, the functionality, cholesterol, triglycerides? Stuff like this you're going to find out in this video. Before anything, this is not a video for controversy. In fact, consuming in moderation, no food is inherently good or bad by its own. What matters is how our body responds. I started consuming eggs from the desire to find the perfect breakfast, where I could have an abundance of nutrients with few foods, but which are bioavailable and bring me what is crucial for a breakfast: high-quality amino acids, carbohydrates, lipids, minerals, and vitamins. The egg is possibly the best protein food, easy to digest, contains many other bioavailable nutrients, offers satiety, and as for cholesterol, you will find from this video that it has no relevance. It's important for me that the first meal of the day contains high-quality proteins, thus avoiding the catabolism state and the breakdown of the muscle tissue. I achieve this best by consuming eggs due to their complete and high profile of essential amino acids. Eggs have the highest conversion into muscle tissue, more than 50%. But at the same time, it's important to include in the diet also carbohydrates, which I do from abundance. Thus, with 5 eggs, I start off with a minimum of 35 grams of the highest quality protein possible. My daily protein requirement surpasses 100 grams, so it's not an easy target to reach. And if the protein sourced do not have high quality amino acids, complete profile, the protein quantity doesn't actually matter anymore. The bioavailability from plant products is pretty low, unbalanced amino acid profile, and the presence of fiber, which largely passes through undigested, will make absorption and transfer from amino acids into muscle tissue far more complicated. Practically, from the whole protein inside a plant product, only 30 to 40% will be available for you. And this is why I try to take my protein from eggs. Now, vegans might jump down my throats with various counter-arguments. To put everyone at ease, as I've said, I'm not making this video to stir any controversy. Moreover, I was vegan for a year, so I know what a balanced vegan diet entails, its benefits, nothing new under the sun for me. But that's not the focal point of my video. I quit, and I have very strong and reasonable reasons why I did it. And I'm happy with the decision. In my opinion, any big changes in your diet, because it can disrupt the homeostasis, the emotional state, if you will, must be science-based. So, blood test. That's how I know that by consuming eggs, I'm doing something right. And I'll prove it to you. First and foremost, the eggs I consume come from the most reliable sources possible. They are not contaminated, thus the risks are very much reduced, which is actually the greatest disadvantage of eating frequently eggs. Now, all the markers that are very relevant and in relation to my egg consumption are here in my blood test. And while you have everything already on the screen, I'll just explain a little bit what this means. So if you can see here, I have a total cholesterol of 177, which is really optimal. And just to explain a little bit, we produce cholesterol. We need it, otherwise we die. And how this works? Well, if we eat, then the body will produce less. If we don't eat, then it will produce more. This variation, regardless if we eat cholesterol or not, theoretically will not surpass 15-25%. It depends on the individual, but there are persons who naturally produce more cholesterol, total cholesterol than others. So as you can see, eggs in this situation has no relevance over my total cholesterol, so no risk whatsoever from this perspective. Then I have the total calcium, which is really optimal, and this indicates not that my calcium intake is very well, I eat a lot of dairy products every day, but also indicates that I have free protein in the blood, which is very important because like this, I know I will have good muscle recovery and I can actually turn it into muscle tissue eventually, right? Because this is important when you're training like me. Then we have some other markers that are really relevant, which is the LDL and the HDL in relation with triglycerides. Well, the LDL, mine at least, is 99.80, again, very optimal, while the HDL, which is wrongly called good cholesterol, is 68.41, which is high and very optimal again. If I take a look at the triglycerides level, it's only 47.82. And even if I would have almost 200, would still be optimal. So if I make some calculations here, the ratios are really good. And what this tells me, if I also look at the glucose level, which is 89.55, also good, it just shows that I'm not insulin resistant, so I'm very sensitive to insulin, no risk of type 2 diabetes. So I metabolize very well the lipids and the carbohydrates I eat. Well, eggs are protein, right? But I also eat a lot of carbs in order to allow protein to make its structural role, which is to build tissue, recover. So I really hope that my video is informative, educational. Let me know, comment, subscribe. I will post much more content like this. And that's it. I wanted to prove that eggs, for me, are not a problem. Actually, that I'm healthy, I am functional, no risk of any type of cardiovascular disease. I'm not having a historical problem in my family in this regard, not with cancer, not with everything. So for me, avoiding foods just because some say so and it's not conclusive enough, well, it doesn't work, at least for my way of thinking. So I hope you'll be able to make some changes into your diet that are smart and let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.